Good evening, guys. How are we all this evening? Just going through what's in the papers today, then, and two words, I guess, and it's HAKIM ZIYECH. Does any of you guys want to keep him? Does any of you guys actually think that he's decent enough to stay? Have we got the best out of HAKIM ZIYECH? I remember at the time when we first bought him, everyone was so excited about HAKIM ZIYECH. You know, he was this extremely talented man at Ajax, and their supporters absolutely adored him. You know, full of trickery. And have we ever got the best out of him? I remember when he first came, and Lampard was absolutely just spellbound by him. And in the training sessions, he said, "Listen, we've got someone really, really special here." And here we are, a very unhappy man. Let's be honest. He hasn't really had opportunity after opportunity. He's always been kind of like the second or third thought. And as we know, Newcastle are very, very interested in him, and I think we're kind of reluctant to let him go there. And I think he'll do really well there. I think he'll fit in tremendously there. I just think he's a great player. I've never understood why we can't kind of fit him into a system, because he is an absolute talent. I remember him was playing for Ajax against us in that 4-4 game. I mean, the guy is just absolutely on fire that day, you know, and we know he's got that beautiful, where he cuts inside and he's got those curling, dipping shots from way out. I think he's a great player, I really, really do, and he had a fantastic World Cup. And okay, I get it, you know, if we're going to pave the way for bigger and better, but I think ZIYECH is a great player, and I think if anyone gets HAKIM ZIYECH, it's an absolute, it's a great sign. I guess it's a bit like João Felix, you know, when he first went from, Benfica to Atletico Madrid. I mean, at that particular point, it was like, wow, you've got João Felix, and okay, we've got João Felix now, and we know we've got a great player. But it's kind of similar to HAKIM ZIYECH, isn't it, really? If anyone gets him now, do you remember him as a Chelsea player where he was kind of a bit part player? Or do you remember him as to what he was doing during the World Cup, but more importantly when he was playing in that red and white shirt of Ajax? Anyway, just going through it all, apparently Everton are willing to pay up to 25 million to sign HAKIM ZIYECH. It says here, ZIYECH has fallen down the pecking order at Chelsea after struggling to find consistent form since joining the club from Ajax. Chelsea have strengthened heavily in attack this month, bringing in Mikhailo Mudryk, João Felix and Noni Madueke, meaning ZIYECH is going to find it difficult to break into the starting 11. But don't we need a high quality bench, high quality options, a bit like Man City? Isn't that what we want? You know, for me, 25 million is just not good enough. I don't think so. According to Sky Sports, Everton are now interested in signing ZIYECH, and they're willing to pay up to 25 million. And here's the kicker, guys. Everton see ZIYECH as a replacement for Anthony Gordon, who looks to be edging closer to a move to Newcastle. Now, we were interested in Anthony Gordon. I don't see what all the fuss is all about, to tell you the truth. I know he's a quick player, but you know, it's just my take on it all. Spending a significant fee on ZIYECH, who has struggled to adapt at the Premier League, might not be a smart idea for Everton. At 29 years old, ZIYECH isn't a player who's going to improve drastically and is reaching the latter stages of his career. But isn't he peaking right now, 28, 29? The reason Everton are in a complex financial situation, because due to spending huge sums of money on players who are unable to recoup any money back for. So they're saying it's a bad move on their part. The Chelsea Chronicle are saying that Chelsea have told the 29-year-old that he can leave this month. Basically saying that, you know, if you want to go sort of thing. But it says here the Morocco international has been featuring more recently than ever off the back of a number of injuries to key players, both Raheem Sterling and Christian Pulisic. See, I'd let rid of Pulisic. I'd let him go. Obviously, they suffered issues in the Premier League match against Manchester City and will be out for a number of weeks. And this temporarily saw them a bit short of options on the front line, although that instantly changed thanks to the January transfer window. I suppose when the mindset's like that and you're at that point, that stage, can you change it? Well, I know that you can, but has he now kind of thought, well, enough is enough, sort of 2 years where he hasn't really excelled himself. This was supposed to be a massive and a big move for him, and it hasn't really worked out. It's not like he's ever present, but we know how good he can be, A number of games are running in the team. Wouldn't that change things? And if we played to his strengths, wouldn't that get the best out of him too? Chelsea tells ZIYECH he can leave. As I said here, the Chelsea fans think there's some kind of revival on the cards as they begin to formulate their plan for the future. It is seemingly becoming more likely that it does not involve ZIYECH. 90 minutes have claimed that they've informed the 29-year-old it is free to leave this month. Well, there you go, guys. I don't know how I feel about it. How do you feel about it, guys? It says here, another one of the journals, Chelsea are unwilling to sell HAKIM ZIYECH to Newcastle United. That's because I think they feel it could make it happen. It'd also be a massive move for them, really, with regards to their owners. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Sky Sports are coming out with that he's wanted by Everton, 25 million. It says ZIYECH drops major hint on Chelsea future amid Tottenham and Newcastle transfer links. I didn't know Tottenham were in for him. Let's have a quick look. It says here, Serie A side AC Milan was said to have tabled a bid of 21 million pounds, that's 25 million euros last summer, with 5 million euros, 4.2 million, to be paid this year, and 20 million, which is 16.8 million, the next. And that at the time was rebuffed by us. So what would that have been? That would have been 21 million, 25.2 million, 35.2 million. It would have been 41 million, just over 41 million. Had we got rid of him last season, the end of this, start of next season, we'd have 41 million. Since then, the likes of Everton, Newcastle and Tottenham Hotspurs have all been linked with the Moroccan international, has now taken to social media to hint that he could now be on the move. The best way to predict your future is to create it, read the caption on the latest Instagram post where it says it all, doesn't it, it's rather a shame, to be fair. It says Graham Potter urged ZIYECH to be patient regarding the first team opportunities when asked about the former Ajax playmaker back in December. He played against Man City and came on against Newcastle, where he was a bit away from the first team. At a press conference, Potter said, but he's been involved in a lot of games, and he came on in his first game as sub. We know his qualities, we like him as a player, and he plays between the lines with fantastic quality, as we saw in the World Cup. At Chelsea, there's always good players who aren't at the starting 11 and have to be patient. But we're delighted for him, and I've kept in touch with him all over the World Cup. But he's delighted that he's got game time. I don't know, guys. I just think I'm not sure that this is, the right move. You'll have to let us know what you think, guys. It also says here that we're reluctant to loaning him out. 100 grand a week apparently he's on. Of course that would free up 100 grand a week. See, Pat Nevin has made a comment here saying that he's been lifting his game, and he thinks that the £33 million Chelsea player is looking so much better after being linked with an exit. He's probably playing removed then, isn't he? Or playing for an opportunity which, by the looks of it, we're not prepared to give him, That's really much it then, guys, really, at the moment. UEFA, as I say, to ban Chelsea's new transfer tactic after McCann and Madrid deal. Obviously, we touched on that yesterday. Mikhailo Mudryk already coping with criticism as Chelsea told they may have a new Timo Werner. Where do they get this shit from, you know? BBC pundit Garth Crooks, well, there you go, believes that Chelsea's new signing Mikhailo Mudryk showed similar qualities that of Timo Werner on his debut for the club last weekend. The winger entered the fray against Liverpool in the 55th minute and made an instant impact, but was unable to open his account for the club. Mudryk looked destined to sign for Arsenal, blah 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 blah. However, the Gunners were unable to justify splashing 88 million on his services, blah blah blah. He told BBC Sport, Graham Potter's side are sporting a number of new imports, of which Mikhailo Mudryk is one. The Ukrainian international was quick, had 2 good feet, had awareness, but didn't look too great in front of goal. I hope for Chelsea's sake he's not another Timo Werner, who had all the makings of an excellent striker but just couldn't finish. Werner was sold back to RB Leipzig over the summer after 2 campaigns at Stamford Bridge. The German international scored 23 goals in 89 appearances for the club. So that's basically what he's saying, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But again, that's all a bit premature, isn't it? You know, I mean, at the end of the day, he's played 1 game, and in those minutes that he came on, I thought he was absolutely superb, like, you know, absolutely superb. Paul Merce thinks Chelsea have done something outstanding in January. He says, Paul Merce, as we know, although he's an ex-Arsenal player, he's a Chelsea supporter, and he says here he's claimed that Chelsea pulled off an outstanding purchase when they signed Mikhailo Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk this month. Mudryk, 22, is one of the first team stars added to the Blues squad during the January transfer window. See what he's actually got to say. There's been some raised eyebrows in response to Chelsea splashing the cash, but Merson has given a big thumbs up on the Mudryk deal after his electric debut performance. Mikhailo Mudryk looks like an outstanding buy. He looked very lively and pacey against Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp bought James Miller off in no time against him on Saturday. João Felix will come back, so you got him. Kai Havertz with Mudryk. It looks lively, Merson wrote for Sky Sports. So there's a real buzz around the club right now, which is great, you know. It's saying if you consider how bad this side needs goals injected into it, Mudryk could be the club's best deal of the window. The Mudryk deal costs Chelsea 62 million to complete this month, which could rise to as high as 89 million in bonuses, according to the BBC. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Let me just have a little look down here. It's just come in the last 7 minutes. It's the Mirror. Chelsea make Fernandes swap offer. And Arsenal have a 48-hour deadline, and Kane to Man United latest. Well, okay. So Anthony Gordon has missed Everton training. Arsenal rejected the Lokonga deal. Tottenham have got a Danjuma player all signed up. Chelsea make Fernandes swap offer. So we're looking to offload with a few players, like, guys, you know, as well as, I think last time I heard there was a little bit annoyed because we come in short again for the actual, you know, to the release clause, so to speak. But it does say here, this is it's Ben Jacobs, I think. Benfica boss Robert Schmidt has shot down suggestions that Enzo Fernandes could depart the Portuguese Giants this month. Fernandes was heavily linked with Chelsea at the start of the window, but the deal collapsed over the fee. When you see Enzo playing, you can tell he's in shape and happy. I'm not expecting anything to happen. It goes on to mention Conor Gallagher, possibly Crystal Palace or Newcastle. So it's all happening, guys. That's about it. I'll speak to you all pretty soon, guys. Nothing other than that really to report. What's your opinion on HAKIM ZIYECH? Let me know what you think down below. Are you pleased to see him go? There are quite a number of players I think really we could let go. Christian Pulisic is definitely one, and I don't mean to be horrible. I feel terrible when I say this, but I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek's another. We definitely need cover for Reece James. We need to get that sorted in this particular window. In fact, this is the window where we need to do all of our business, because it's all about the change after this particular transfer window. So if there's a deal to be done, let's go and get Enzo Fernandez. Let's go and do all our business right now, because we need to get it done, and it's going to save us lots and lots of money. Lots of money if we get it done in this particular window. As I say, there are certain players that we can just ship out, either on this particular window or next. And what kind of comes to mind there is Conor Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, HAKIM ZIYECH, possibly Mateo Kovacic, possibly Jorginho. I say we keep Kante. We definitely, as I say, need a holding midfield, another holding midfield. As I say, we need cover for Reece James. We need to look at the goalkeeper situation. We do need to look at that. And what we're going to do about, Aubameyang, I'm not one of those that thinks Kai Havertz should go, not at his age right now, not the money we paid for him. There's a great player there, he just needs to play around good players and play in his correct position. And that's the reason why I'm mentioning HAKIM ZIYECH, because I do think there's a great player there. I really, really do. I do think Pulisic is a great player too, but he's just injury prone. He's made out of fucking gingerbread, isn't he? Let's have it right. I don't think he's made for this league. I think his game is in the Spanish league, in the French league, Portuguese league, but probably just, the Spanish league, bit of sun on his back, and not a fast game, more of a technical, and he can do his stuff, like, you know what I mean. But I'm not so sure about the Premier League. He does have his moments, we all know that, but they're few and far between, aren't they? So there's lots we've still got to do, we know that. It's just a case of 6 days left of the window now? Is it 6 days? 5 days? Is it tomorrow? So, it's coming to its conclusions. So we've got to make sure that we can add to those positions where we're considerably weak. And it is all about next season. But as I said, Champions League, you never fucking know. If we get a win against Dortmund and get the right draw, who's to say? You never know, We're good enough. We're certainly good enough to do it. We know that. I don't fear anyone, to tell you the truth. Not really. Probably only Man City. And, that's just because of where we're at right now. But I think most sides that are in that Champions League draw would be all right against. All right, maybe Paris. I don't know. But yeah, they're the two. Maybe Bayern Munich, but I think we'd be okay. I really do, So if we get past this one, Dortmund, who's to say? Who's to, you can't. You've got to believe, haven't you? But anyway, guys, that's it really. Nothing more to talk about. As I say, let us know what you think down below. Much love, and speak to you all soon. And up the Chelsea.